All right. So let's look at this subject. How long can you go without dashing, without getting deactivated on Doordash as a delivery driver? Um, Say, I don't want to go to work. What happens if I don't? Doordash is a little different than some of the other gig app opportunities that are available. Um, and DoorDash understands some things in reality. And stuff always changes with DoorDash. So, anyway, we're going to talk about this. And this question is from our Dasher family, Patrick. Okay. So, he had asked this question. I said, well, let's go ahead and do another vlog on this because I do have like 480 vlogs on DoorDash on YouTube. And to help people. And it changes all the time, the policies. So this will be a newer, updated one on this subject. And let's get into it. And let's see if we can help Patrick out and some other Dashers so that they understand where they're at. If they'd like to come back and work at a later time or go on a vacation or whatever. Okay, so let's begin. First of all, on your app, on the ratings section, you want to make sure that the part where it has not delivered on the top, on your ratings section, you want to make sure you don't have more than 2 of those, and preferably none of those. That your rating is at least 4.2, and it would be better if it was just a hair higher than that. Your completion rate has absolutely got to be above that 80%. I wouldn't leave it at 80. I would get it just above that 80%. Your acceptance is a null, and your on time early is a null right now because everything's so screwed up with deliveries right now. Restaurants can't get it together. Restaurants are getting overloaded. There's not enough dashers. Orders are going wrong, amongst other things. So we're not really worrying about this right now, unless DoorDash, of course, changes policy. You want to have more than 50 orders you've ever completed ever. So as long as you've got 51 or 55 orders total in all the time that you have worked for DoorDash, that will be okay. Open your app 1 time a week. Okay? That way they see that you are paying attention to your app. It's not an abandoned app. And then go with your red card. Go ahead and order a backup card. It's free, no charge at all, on the Dasher Supplies website. And order another red card to be shipped to you, so you have a backup card, because sometimes those cards will get deactivated for not being used a while, or they just get screwed up in the computer. And if you have to go do an order with a red card, you're not going to be able to pick it up unless you have a valid red card. And I have done this 2 times where I've actually had to load 2 or 3 red cards to get one to work. And it takes a little time for it to work. I've had to do it in the middle of an order because my card was rejected for whatever reason. So, you get to order 1 card at a time. So you can order 1 and go back 2 days later and order another one. And they will ship it to you. You'll get it in 4 to 5 days. And just hold on to it, keep it in a safe place, in your car or whatever. And then that way, if you will need it in the future, you will have it. Especially if you lose a red card. That's an absolute. Always have a spare red card. I think I have 4 spare red cards. I've actually given some away to Dashers that I met on the road that their card didn't work or they hadn't got one yet. and I've given one to them, so that they have a better chance of operation. And schedule a shift. Actually, go in and reserve a shift for yourself, like once a week, and let it roll. And because you want to look like you're working, it's okay, because all they'll do is they'll send you a notice, you're scheduled to dash in 30 minutes. And then they'll say you didn't accept your shift, so it was given to another dasher. That's exactly what it'll do. All it does is give another dasher an opportunity to sign in when that shift is not taken. So just make one shift a week, and just don't go, and let it go. And that way, at least you had scheduled shifts, so they know the app is being used. It's okay. It doesn't hurt anybody. It just gives a dasher some hours. When you don't clock into the shift, it gives another dasher hours so they can sign in. Check your ratings. Now, it usually takes, don't fall for the 100 ratings at a time thing, because it's not. It's about 200 ratings at a time before it rolls over. And here's the thing. If you're not working, your ratings will change, because the customers at this point can rate you for up to 30 days after you delivered that order. And the unfortunate part about that is, what if they think that you were another dasher and gave you a crappy rating? But your ratings are always going to change. And you've got to make sure your ratings are up that threshold. So make sure to check your ratings, or you're going to have to go out there and do a couple deliveries, get those ratings up, so you won't get deactivated. But that's really, really, really important. Make sure to keep an eye on your ratings so they don't drop too low, because it's an automatic deactivation, especially if you get, below this 80%, and below that 4.2, you're a goner. And it could take an hour, it could take days. They'll just shut your account down. And trying to start up a new account is a joke. You'll get busted, trust me. I know people that have done it. It doesn't work. And then watch your emails. Read every email that DoorDash sends you, so that you know if they've changed any policies. Okay? Because they change constantly. They're always doing something different. So you want to make sure that there's nothing you're missing if things change. Make sure you can still clear a background check. There's lots of dashers that have no clue why they can't get into the app, log in, or schedule, because there's something wrong on their background that DoorDash has picked up. And usually about every 6 months to a year, DoorDash will review your account and see if your background check still makes. If it doesn't clear, then they'll just shut your app down, because they're being very careful of what kind of people are delivering. We need quality, safe people that aren't like a firebomb. We want to keep good people. So they've got to check the backgrounds for the safety of the customer and other dashers and the businesses. So make sure you can still clear that background check. You want to go in about once a week. Make sure that you can still open your own app and see it and everything. Because once you can't log in, you're locked out. Now, sometimes the app acts stupid and you can't log in. And check your updates in the Play Store, and make sure to keep your app updated. Every 7 days, look in there for updates, and do update your app. But as long as you can log in, you're good. But like I say, sometimes it malfunctions and you can't log in. You have to just check back later, check your updates, restart your phone, whatever. As long as you can go in and schedule a shift. Now, sometimes you can log in, but you can't schedule a shift. You're probably finished if you can't schedule a shift. And do not close your account. It's not necessary. Keep your app info up to date, okay? Just keep that all up to date if you change cars or your address, any of that banking information. Now, do remember, if you go in to change that banking information, it can take up to 2 weeks for it to restart again, because they want to make sure it's not fraud and somebody has hijacked your account and put their own banking info in there. So they wait, about 2 weeks. So, if you have any money in there, you need to cash it out. I cash out by the day. I don't play. I've worked Doordash for years. I do not play. I cash my money out by the day. I've heard of too many people who had their money locked up and couldn't get to it for whatever formality with Doordash. You still have an opportunity to do like one no contact delivery on your own pace. Do one a month, and go through a drive-through and wear mask and gloves, and get an order that you're delivering to a house. And I don't care what it says on the app, if it says hand it to me, whatever. All DoorDash orders right now all fall back to the no contact delivery, leave it at the door. All of them do. So it's your choice. And then just do one drive-through order with gloves and a mask, and go to the house and be prepared with your phone in your hand, ready to take that picture, and grab the stuff, set it on the doorstep, take that picture, hit OK, and run. I'm 100% in agree with you. That sickness is really scary. I mean, it's deadly. So, some people just don't want to work. Now, I took off from March, April, May. I may have done a couple orders in May. But I took off for a while because I was waiting on the DoorDash safety kit, which they never sent me an email, and I sent several support tickets on it, talked to them and everything. And it turned out what it was is they were running out of supplies. So once they did send me the email with the little click-on thing, that didn't work. The second one didn't work either. So you got to answer it immediately and go to it immediately, because they do run out. I have ordered a kit, actually, even though I have like all the stuff. But I have ordered a kit, and just recently, and it will be in shortly. And you order it on the special email they send you for Dasher supplies for the sickness. You click on that. It's a separate thing altogether from the Dasher store. And go in there and order your kit. Now, they straightened out the shipping. It used to be $5 for whatever and whatever they could ship you. Now it's, you pick what you want. Now, if you order, the one of everything thing, it's $5 for shipping. That's all you pay. But all the stuff's free. And if you just go in there and get that, that shows the usage on your account. Go in there and just order one thing. Even if you really don't want it, just order a box of gloves. A box of gloves is hard to get right now. Even if you go to Harbor Freight, because they've been donating them to all the hospitals. So they reduced the shipping rate if you order less than all the stuff. And you only get to order so many of each one. It'll tell you. It'll say you get 2 bottles of hand sanitizer, 1 box of gloves, and 1 or 2 packages of face masks. I think it's 1 package. And but if you order less than that, the shipping's going to be cheaper. So they did fix that. So as long as it shows like you're kind of active on your account, they're not going to do anything to you, and your ratings are up. We did a vlog way back, me and BB Adventures. We did one way back, and they were asking some questions about the insurance that we used to have for Dashers, and that came with dashing, and then not working for a while, and some other questions we did in one of the vlogs that we did together in Destin, Florida. And so, and that was a little ways back, but and they still had that vlog up. But anyway, because they were concerned, they were like, God, it's so crappy right now in our area because they just started it. We want to wait for a little while. What happens if we don't work? Well, that's what happens if you don't work. Now, do remember, you can work all over the states with your DoorDash account. It goes all the way to Canada. And so, if you're on a trip traveling and the opportunity looks good for you and safe for you, um, that you'd like to deliver for a place while you're there, because they're wearing masks and gloves and it seems fairly safe, don't hesitate to, clock into the app. When you turn that app on, it automatically GPS to where you are. Okay? And you have to go into the settings to open deliveries for that area, so that you get notifications of shifts and orders. And it's that part where it says select your mode, which is car, and then your cities and states. And once you put in those cities and then hit save, you're automatically relocated into that area. You don't have to call in anymore in advance and all that like you used to have to do. It's just automatic. When you drive to a new area, open your app, you're going to see that the map is matching where you're at. It's not back where you were. It just automatically relocates when you turn that location balloon on. So, I fully agree with you. If you feel like it is just too scary to deliver right now, that's your choice. But DoorDash is lenient to where, you know, they're not going to deactivate you if you stay up to policy. Um, and you could do it for, months as long as they don't change policies. So don't feel bad, but I've done it. I have done it. So, because I have other businesses and I can't DoorDash all the time. So when we're really busy in my other businesses, then I don't have a lot of time to DoorDash. But then sometimes I'm just DoorDashing. Like right now, I'm just DoorDashing. So anyway, I've done it a long time. Anyway, let's give a great thank you to Patrick for that super question in a previous vlog. And I hope this helps you. And I have lots and lots of DoorDash vlogs. I think I've got almost 500 now. And so go ahead and subscribe so you can access all those vlogs for any question you might have, because there's a lot of them and they apply to a lot of different things. But Patrick, there it is. So I hope that helps you, and you should be just fine as long as you can meet these thresholds. And that's what I would do. If anything, I would do like one delivery a month. Just wear gloves and a mask, go through drive-through, get that order, and deliver to a house, and photograph it and run. And but do keep an eye on your app. Do keep an eye on those ratings, because they will change without you even working. Now do remember that below five star ratings get automatically deleted right now. I don't know how long that'll last, but they get deleted by DoorDash because of all the problems right now with delivering, where restaurants are sealing bags and the stuff's not all in there, and orders are late because dashers have declined orders before you on that same order, so it's already way beyond late and you took it, and they don't want your ratings to be ruined because of that, and other things, weather and so forth and so on. So do check your app, do check all those things I told you, but your biggest thing is your ratings. You've got to keep an eye on that. You may have to go out and do a couple deliveries to bring that up a little bit. And it does take a little time for them to drop those below 5-star ratings. They might lay on there a day or two or a week before they drop them. And sometimes they send you an email And it'll say, we deleted this below 5-star rating from whatever. And then it takes them a few days to get that off. So that's how it's done. It just takes a little bit longer, but it's worth the wait. But thank you, Patrick, for the great questions. And hope to see you again soon. Love to you, everybody. You have a great one. Talk to you later.